Imagine for a moment that suddenly your tongue disappeared. Your ability to speak is gone, and with it, your means of communication have significantly dwindled. Normally, this wouldn't be too huge a deal. There are plenty of mute people out there, and it's not like you're deaf. But now imagine that no one realizes you've lost your tongue. No one takes that fact into consideration. Instead, they become bitter and angry whenever you fail to communicate properly, despite there being nothing you could possibly do about it. This is the life story of Megumi Saito in Sohachi Hagimoto's That's My Atypical Girl. Although rather than losing a tongue, Saito is instead diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome, and as a result, doesn't quite understand social situations the same way we might. That's My Atypical Girl is an incredible story about a woman with Asperger's meeting with the only person who seems to understand her, a mangaka named Yokoi, and how these two help better each other's lives by being considerate and learning from each other's mistakes. Sohachi Hagimoto masterfully portrays how the effects of bullying and trauma can be significantly impacted by mental disorder. And if you've happened to know anyone on the spectrum, they can hit pretty hard when you realize how much damage the simplest of things can do. The story follows Saito and Yokoi going about their new lives together. As time passes and new issues arise, the two come to learn more about each other, about their pasts, strengths, and weaknesses. Life can be difficult when struggling with a developmental disorder, and proper communication often requires careful observation. But the little moments of peace and cute interactions between the two help to balance the story. Watching the duo work past their struggles is inspiring, and true to how relationships actually are. The more you read, the more you wish for life to just be happiness for them, even though that's a selfish and unrealistic dream. Through thick and thin, Yokoi and Saito are in it for the long run, progressing through the traumas of the past and making an effort towards a better future, no matter how painful that road may be. I don't really want to talk too much more about the plot for That's My Atypical Girl, as this manga is better to be read without spoilers. Over time, it's become one of my favorite manga, and I regularly come back to read it whenever I want to feel something. It's truly mind-boggling that it hasn't gotten nearly as much attention as it should, especially considering the age of mental health awareness we're living in. Watching these two people slowly come to understand and support one another is a beautiful thing. And their experiences are raw and realistic, unlike these shallow, waifu of the week romance comedies. No contest, this manga is a 10 out of 10 for me. So much so that I went and I wrote a script and learned how to use Adobe Premiere specifically so I can make this video to tell you how good it is. If what you've seen here seems interesting to you, then I implore you, please read it for yourself. Currently, as of writing this, there are 5 volumes officially published by Kodansha, with the 6th coming very soon. I promise you it is worth the read, so please give it a try. I'll have a link to the publishing site in the description. And if you ended up enjoying it, please make sure to let Sohachi Hagimoto and illustrator Renji Morida know how much you liked it on their Twitter pages, which will also be in the description. And if you really enjoyed it, please spread the word so that this beautiful piece doesn't become overlooked. Thank you.